Hello, my name is Kathleen Flynn from the law offices of Kathleen and Flynn LLC. We assist children and adults with obtaining Social Security disability benefits, as well as veterans who have been denied at the initial level with service-connected VA benefits. Today I'll be discussing whether or not you can work and obtain Social Security disability benefits. It's different for veterans pursuing service-connected benefits. You can work. So we're looking into the screening process for people who are not only no longer working because you can't make more than $1,310 a month before taxes, but people who will be out of work for at least a year. And that could mean people sadly are terminally ill. If you plan to go back to work within a year, I wouldn't suggest that you apply for Social Security disability benefits. Now, during the time of COVID and choosing an onset date, which is the date that you will say you can no longer work, you have to have a legitimate medical or mental health reason as to why you couldn't return to work. I ask additional questions when I'm screening potentially new clients, and I find that they were already having pre-existing conditions, physical conditions, and were missing work, or COVID exacerbated their anxiety and depression so that even when they're called back to work, they can't return. You do not want to choose an onset date that just reflects that your job ended due to a pandemic, because that does not reflect that you can't physically and mentally not work. So suppose you file and then you get tired of waiting and you go back to work. It's really problematic for me as an attorney if you do it within the first year. Usually those are cases that we can't pursue. However, if you do go back to work after a year, we have to come up with arguments to show why you are disabled. Years ago, it used to be easier to get a closed period of disability at an administrative law judge level, at the hearing level, Office of Hearings and Operations. The judges would grant a closed period because they would know that you weren't on disability for life, and they might respect the fact that you returned to work. However, now we have to show that there was a medical reason that prevented you from the working and that you improved. For example, if you had breast cancer and you had to pursue chemotherapy and radiation, you might be unable to work for a year and then you recover and could go back to work. And the judge might recognize that it took that time for you to get better and grant the closed period. Some other options are, for example, if you're tired of waiting and you want to try to return to work and you're not sure if you will succeed, we could ask for a trial work period, and that's for 9 months. If you did go back to work and you didn't succeed, if it's 3 months or less and you worked and earned more than the guideline amount, which is $1,310 a month before taxes, you can't earn more than that. If you do, you're automatically disqualified from receiving disability, unless it's been 3 months or less. Then we could argue you had an unsuccessful work attempt. If it's 6 months, 3 to 6 months, and you have a lot of absences, we could argue an unsuccessful work attempt. It's very challenging to win cases these days when our clients are working. So we do recognize that some of them want to try and they may lose these jobs because of their mental and physical disabilities. So we do ask the judge to consider arguments such as unsuccessful work attempt or trial work period. I hope you found this short video helpful. Stay tuned for future videos, and you can see how to reach us in the slide following this video presentation. We're located at www.kathleenflynnlaw.com. We're in Decatur. We travel all over the country. Right now they're doing phone hearings and video hearings, so there isn't any traveling, but we are available in the future to do that if you're out of state. Our number is 404-479-4431, 404-479-4431. My assistants really care. We try to answer the phone. Obviously, once in a while we can't get every call, but you will not go into voicemail and not hear from someone for days. If you do, I want to hear about that, because we try to answer the phone. We know how frustrating it is to be disabled and not be able to get a live person to discuss your case. So we'd be happy to work with you. If you have any further questions about work activity and pursuing Social Security disability benefits, please give us a call. Thank you and have a nice day.